Warning, this episode might make you uncomfortable, but that's where the growth happens. We're not sugarcoating anything here, just dishing out raw, honest advice on how to work through those tough times. So grab your favorite drink, settle in, and get ready for an extraordinary conversation about love, communication, and the work it takes to keep a relationship thriving. Remember, love is a journey, not a destination. It's okay to hit some bumps along the way. What matters is how you navigate them together. Let's go. Going on, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another exciting episode of Oh That's Random Podcast. I am your host, that guy, Nerdy G. Remember, this is Oh That's Random Podcast. You know, the podcast where we take a little time to explore the extraordinary in ordinary. No day is different here. Welcome back. If this is your first time, welcome to the channel. Welcome to the broadcast. Welcome to Nerdy's World. All right. Listen, we're in this beautiful month right here. As you can see, I'm ripping a little pink, you know what I'm saying? It's the month of love. And today is no different. We're going to talk about love. We're going to explore love in a different way. You know, everybody always want to talk about hey guys, listen, this is your guy, Nerdy G. Listen, I know I'm interrupting the show. It's cool, though. Listen, there is a description on the screen. That's where the new merch is going to be. I want you to go click down in the link in the description. It's there. Go get you some of that. I'm going to create a new Oh That's Random Podcast custom shirt just for this platform only. Okay? So do what you got to do. Go there, click it, description down in the link, or type it, Google it, pull it up, and get your new nerdy merch today. All right? Listen, you get it, you got it. Let's go. Get back to the show right now. The good, the bad, the ugly, the in-between. But today I think we're going to just truly dive into the struggle, okay? Not everybody talks about the struggle. And I mean, when I say they don't talk about the struggle, I mean, in some instances they talk about the struggle as, oh, we had to go through these problems or this was that. You know, they kind of generalize it. They the top, you know what I'm saying? They give you the top of it, right? But today I want to talk about when you're at that crossroads, when you don't know what to do, when it's been 6 months and y'all haven't really been effectively communicating with one another, where y'all have just been kind of passing ships in the night, where you're having conversations in your head, or you start to make decisions for the other person without even talking to the other person, and say, oh, well, I just thought that you would feel this way, or I thought that you would want to do it this way. And at some point you feel like y'all don't even know each other. And that's crazy. So that's what I want to dive into today. I mean, yes, is this the month of love, happiness? Listen, love is all year round. We don't need no special month to do that. But love is always around. You dig it? And with that being said, it's just, who do you talk to? I know that at times it says, listen, just talk to the people that are in your circle. But talking to the people in your circle may not be good, because what are their experience with love? You know, or go talk to the person directly. And sometimes talking to them directly doesn't do well for the relationship. What do you mean, Nerdy? It's y'all relationship. It's y'all. Why wouldn't it do well? Here's the kicker. Do y'all know how to effectively communicate? Either of you. Do you guys know that? There are times where I look and I say, with some of my clients, I do a communication exercise. And sometimes we're not on the same page. You know, that little cup thing that they do is like, hey, we all sit in a circle. We're going to pass a message around. And by the time I get back to you, it's something totally different, because everybody hears something totally different. That happens in one-on-one communication, because sometimes the other person won't ask the question for clarity. They'll just hear it and assume what they heard was what it was that you were saying. So with my clients, it's a oldie but goodie. I'm nerdy. This is my issue. This is how I'm feeling. The other person would say, Nerdy, I heard you say you're nerdy. This is what it is that you do, blah, blah, blah. That's not hard. It's just an extra step. Because sometimes what she heard is, I'm that guy. You know what I'm saying? I do wah wah wah, woody woody woo, and yeah. You know what it is. But that wasn't my message. That wasn't what I was saying. That wasn't what I was trying to convey. But you get in that part. You get in that part of the relationship. I like to believe that all relationships go through something at some point in time. Without growth, what is there, right? You got to go through experience. You have to experience something. You have to go through challenges within your relationship or anything that you do in life. That's reality. There's no a way around it. There's no magic crystal ball that can take you away from the things that you're going to go through in life, the challenges, the ups and downs, the trials and tribulations, as you will. But how do you navigate that time? Yeah, going to your friends, your close friends, because you don't want everybody in your business. Those of you who are believers and you say, I'm just going to pray about it, cool. Behind prayer, there comes action, right? How do you deal with that action? What is the action? That's what I want to talk about. What do you do when you love this person so much, but for whatever reason, y'all can't communicate? Y'all can't get on the same page. You don't want to go to that friend that'll tell you, oh, y'all just going through a rough patch. Everybody go through it. It's okay. Y'all will get through it. Yeah, that's cool. That's not advice. That's just telling me that other people who have went through this, or this is the cliche thing to say, people have went through this before and we understand that we're going to get through it. How? When you're sitting there and at one point in time, the person that you are with, you admired them. There was a spark, there was a connection that had you drawn in, pulled into that person, and you were just like head over heels and you didn't know. You know what I'm saying? And everything was good. Like they say, that honeymoon phase, it was like, yeah, all of that. But now it's tough. It's challenging. Y'all can't talk to each other. Y'all are very passive aggressive with each other, or y'all are super aggressive with each other, and every conversation ends in a fight. Two passing ships in the night, they don't touch. I know that. I know that from experience. You know what I'm saying? With the way that the language is today, all right, bro, all right, sis. All right, fam. That is no way to talk to your partner. I say that because of the way I communicate. But I know there's people out there who communicate that way and it works for them. Some of my clients, they have done it. They have communicated that way. Took me a minute to adjust. I am who I am. I am from where I am. And once I adjust to the lingo, then we get results. We get a clearer understanding. But walking through that time where you're looking at yourself, you're questioning everything you've done, you're overanalyzing. Damn, should I did this? Damn, should I call her? Should I send her a text? It doesn't take that long to send a text. I promise you, 30 seconds. 30 seconds or less. You know what I'm saying? If you feel like you can't type it out, send an audio recording, send a little video recording. Listen, in relationships, you can't look at how you look. It doesn't matter. You can be a fool for love. If you really want that, be a fool for love. If you want that person, there's no amount of embarrassment that can compare. Hey, yeah, I embarrassed myself, but I got her. She's mine. We have an understanding. Our relationship is better. But before all of that, before the embarrassment, how do you muster up when you don't want to hear, oh, y'all just going through a rough patch, it'll be all right. Or, baby, just pray about it. The mamas, the grandmamas, the aunties, baby, just pray about it. Then you got to be careful who you talk to, because then sometimes the negative folks will come and the negative folks will tell you, girl, you should have been done Tim. Bruh. You know how a girl is, bruh. Fam. She ain't the one, fam. You already know. You shouldn't be going through this. The notion that we shouldn't be going through challenges with our partners, that is kind of a fairy tale. It's a fairy tale. Yeah, you should be going through challenges with your partner. Why not? How y'all relationships is going to grow if y'all not going through things. If y'all are just existing around each other and saying, "Oh, we're having fun." I understand the whole "we're having fun" point, but at some point you have to stop having fun. At some point you have to say, "Let me put fun on the back burner right now, and let me focus on us, and let's make sure that our relationship is solid." Because you can have all the fun all you want to, but in having fun, you can look over at that person and you see something that you don't like. And then if you don't address it and it keeps happening, then you're going to start resenting that person. Resentment, whether you like it or not, it pops up quick, fast, and hurry. See, sometimes in these moments, sometimes we think that it's on the other person, but it's really on us. Some of us have been hurt. I'm going to tell you this right now. Nerdy has been hurt. I have been hurt. That doesn't stop me from loving at all. It never will. Yeah, I know you see me, you know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, this guy right here, your guy, I have been hurt. I don't take it lightly. I'm jaded, but the ways that I'm jaded, it wouldn't affect the relationship that I'm in. The ways that I'm jaded is all on me. When you get in different relationships or you leave one relationship and you move over to another relationship, it's not for you to sit there and say, let me bring my baggage with me. Of course, we're going to bring some baggage, but it's not for you to unload that baggage off on the other person. So how do you do that? Therapy. Therapy is cool. Therapy is a thing. Talk it out. Work it out. Therapy is cool. That's where I'm going with it for right now. I'm telling you this. That's it. That's all. Therapy is where it's at right now. I'm going to let you know. The best way I know how to let you know. But like when you're in those moments, the first thing that you need to do is you need to look into yourself and ask yourself, am I doing everything that I need to do in this relationship? Am I getting what I need from this relationship? Am I taking my time to really think about, hey, what's going on in that person's world? Have I even asked? Do I even care? Because sometimes, listen, we do stay in relationships longer than what we're supposed to. And nobody wants that. Nobody should do that. But it happens. It's not going to stop. We're all going to stay sometimes in a relationship too long. And that's fine. Because even when we stay there longer, we learn something. Each relationship you will learn something from, no matter if you want to or not. You're going to learn something. Don't be scared to have the conversations. Don't be scared or I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable. They keep on telling us you got to get uncomfortable to find your comfort. It is okay to thrive in being uncomfortable. Some people don't want to have the uncomfortable conversation. Some people rather just be in a toxic relationship and be comfortable. Hey, I'm good. I'm here. I'm this. I'm that. Yeah, but what is that going to do to your mental? What's going to happen when this relationship ends and the next one begins? That toxic, whatever toxic environment that you was in, that's going to bleed over. Whether y'all want to believe it or not, that is going to bleed over. I'm telling you from experience. I'm telling you from working with people, helping them in their relationships, and a lot of baggage. You know what I'm saying? A lot of baggage from previous relationships come about, and when those things do come about, it is not the greatest. I'm telling you, it's not the greatest. I feel for it. I really, really, really do. I really, really feel for it because you're bringing pain. Okay. And that pain, it does something to a person. Emotional, mental pain does something to a person. And the way that they start interacting. Like, I love this person. I love this person's face. Everything. It makes my heart, pound. But how did it get from there to there? And now you're questioning, what am I going to do? I'm supposed to be in love with this person. What am I going to do now? You don't know. Nobody tells you how to navigate that. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give you something. First things first. Let's take a little time when you feel like, hey, my relationship is a little weird right now. I don't really know what's going on. I really don't know what's going on. Me and my partner, we're not on the same page. Let's get a little, give you a couple. If you and your relationship is normally jokey joke, okay? What I want you to do, if you feel if it's off, I want you to go grab a book, right? Grab a book off the shelf. It don't matter what book it is, cookbook, pamphlet, whatever, something that can open like a book. What I want you to do is I want you to take it in the room with your partner, and I want you to throw it on the table or throw it down in front of them. They're gonna look at you and say, okay. First thing they're gonna do, if y'all on the jokey joke stuff, they're gonna be like, why you throw a cookbook or why you throw whatever this is down? Cool. That's gonna start the conversation. And then you look at them and you just tell them, hey, let's get on the same page. All right. That's serious. That's a joking way, but this is y'all leading to a serious conversation, because if y'all aren't on the same page, if you're feeling like, hey, this might be coming to an end, or it's just weird for you, throw the book down. Let them know. Let's get on the same page. Not we need to get on the same page. Let's get on the same page. Let's sit down and let's have this conversation and let's get on the same page. For you serious people who y'all relationship does seem like a damn business partnership, what you do is, if you like coffee or something like that, you take them to a public place. It could be a little daunting because you take them to a public place, they probably think, and you be like, all right, let's have a meeting. Then they may think that the breakup is coming, but you set the agenda and let them know, hey, we're going to meet at this time. We want to have a conversation. Y'all get on a neutral playing field, right? Not at your apartment, not at her apartment. Mutual ground. Everybody always be at Starbucks. Go ahead. This way, out in public, you can keep your emotions in check and you can have a logical conversation with the person across from you, because you business folk, you business minded folk, y'all don't like to be embarrassed. And when y'all don't like to be embarrassed, y'all keep y'all composure. So even if you sit there and you tell your partner, hey, all I want to do is get on the same page. Here are some of the things that's been going on in our relationship, and it's a little weird. I want to know where I stand. I want to know where we stand. Do it out in public. Okay. I got the jokey joke folk out the way. I got the professional people out the way. Listen, I don't know how to say this. I feel like if I say it the way, all the words that are coming in my brain is going to make me sound like I'm going to offend some folk, but I'm not trying to offend anyone at all. What I want to say is this. If you think, for those who speak to each other in the non-conventional way, right? All you got to do, whatever it is that y'all bond over, start doing that and bring up the conversation. And and when I say non-conventional, I mean I'm not trying to say the hood folk, right? Because that's where we come from, broken communication, a lot of home, blah blah blah. But no matter what level you on, everybody got some type of form of broken communication. But you got all others, is what I'm gonna say. Find something common that you and your partner do in common. Sit down, have a conversation. Whether it's playing dominoes, playing spades, Uno, whatever it is that y'all do. Sit down together and have that conversation, and then say, "Hey, we need to find a way to, address the elephant in the room." You know what I'm saying? That's what y'all be saying. I mean, get the elephant in the room. First of all, that means you got a big issue in the room, and sometimes you calling an issue that's not even big as an elephant. I mean, that right there, in turn, in the person's head, making them think, yo, this is way crazy. And it's not. It's just to say that I want to be on the same page with you is not saying it's a big issue, but I think it is an issue that we need to make sure that we're clear on. We want to make sure that we are doing this. We want to make sure that we are looking and saying, hey, yeah, let's get on the same page. When you're in that weird space of not knowing what to do, what you want to do, or with your relationship, my advice is always going to be look within first. Because if you know that you looking with yourself first and and tell yourself what it is, what you really want. Because if you don't want the relationship, then you gotta have that conversation too. And I'm pretty sure that's not going to be an easy conversation. But if you do want that, if you do want the relationship and you want the friendship, then you have to look inward and say, okay, when I bring this conversation to my partner, I still have to come with some type of a solution. This is what I was thinking. I feel like we both need to, let us get on the same page and, ask them about them. And I know that's kind of cliche today, because when you ask people about themselves, they get a little agitated. It ain't changed. That's just the way that the world is today. They can tell you about everybody else and everything else in the world that's going on, but when you ask them about them, it's still a little touchy. It's like, because we're not that in tune with ourselves. But I think that is a very valuable component where you do need to be in tune with yourself, and you do need to know what's going on, or you need to be able to articulate how it is that you feel and what you thinking and what you want out of life. So check yourself first. Understand exactly what it is that you want. And if you want that relationship, remember, put it in your mind, there are going to be things that you're going to have to commit to. There's no easy solution, but there is going to be things that you're going to have to do. And you got to make sure that you connect with that. You have to make sure that you are willing to do the work. Once you connect and say, cool, I can do this work, be prepared. It ain't going to be easy by far. You want to know what you're going to do? This is what you're going to do. That's what you're going to do. Simple, easy. I like to believe. But y'all know me. I'm not going to be the dead horse. Never this, never that. I'll continue this conversation on the Red Cup episodes. You know what I'm saying? Yaya, Dead Girl, B Money, whoever shows up, and we'll make it happen. But still the same here. We're going to get into a little music. And then after that, then, I'm going to come back. I'm going to do the closeout, and we're going to go from there. So hold tight and let's get right into this. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back here for the closeout. And listen, thank y'all. If y'all made it this far, I thank y'all for rocking with me. I thank y'all for staying. I thank y'all for listening. Listen, sometimes in love, it's going to be difficult. Sometimes you're going to go through a rough patch. How do you get through that rough patch? It's going to be self-reflection. It's going to be communication. It's going to be time and dedication. It's going to be you putting action behind your thoughts. It's going to be you not being passive aggressive. It's going to be you not listening to all the outside noise. Maybe some of it, because not all of it is going to be just a great advice. Some of it may be, sometimes you got to hear things from other people so that it resonates and hits with you, so that in turn it gives a spark in you, and then it ignites something in your brain and say, okay, well, let me try this. Here's the thing. You got to try. You can't be passive aggressive. You have to put whatever it is inside of you that scares you, and you have to put that to the side and say, no, if I really want this, then I'm going to fight for this. I might do some things that make me uncomfortable, but I'm going to do it because that's what I want. I want this relationship, so that's what I'm going to do. If you don't want the relationship anymore and you just feel like it's ran its course, listen, I know the convenience, I know the comfort, I know what's going on. I know there's so many other things that play a part in why you wouldn't want to leave. None of those things matter. Your happiness matters. Your well-being, you being the best person in life matters. Don't think about the kids. Don't think about where you living at. Don't think about the money you probably making or not making. Don't worry if the other person is going to be okay, if they need a place. Those things come after you understand that, hey, this is my life. And if I stay here, I'm not doing myself any service or the other person, because you're not going to be who it is that you want to be. And that's no way to live. Tough times, sticky things, but we'll get through it. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, this has been Oh That's Random Podcast, the podcast where we take a little time to explore the extraordinary and ordinary. I am your host, that guy, your guy, and I will always be your guy, Nerdy G. Until next time,